Over the last several years, a specific sequence of events has repeated across South Asia. In Sri Lanka, an economic collapse led to the president fleeing the country under the weight of massive public unrest. In 2024, Bangladesh saw a sudden regime change that forced their long-standing leader into exile. Pakistan has faced continuous upheaval, with a former prime minister now behind bars. Nepal saw its youth take to the streets, leading to physical clashes at the heart of their parliament building. And in Myanmar, the foundational institutions of the state have essentially crumbled. These nations have different histories and different governments, but they share a common precursor. In every instance, the energy of the youth was concentrated and directed entirely against the state institutions before the collapse occurred. We are now seeing the construction of a digital version of this environment within nations that are currently stable. As certain creators gain massive followings, an entire anti-establishment ecosystem forms around them. This digital movement carries the outward appearance of a spontaneous, grassroots uprising, despite how closely it mirrors the mechanics seen across the region. This structured methodology creates a cycle of constant dissent that threatens to destabilize a country's internal cohesion. The process begins with a genuine, pre-existing grievance. Widespread frustration over unemployment or legitimate flaws in the education system provides the necessary friction to start the loop. As a creator begins to gain traction by focusing on these issues, a localized network of influence rapidly solidifies around them. This network is highly synchronized. Political influencers, meme pages, and selective journalists all begin to amplify the same specific narrative simultaneously. These disparate groups coordinate to push a singular conclusion: the system is dead and the future is over. This coordination transforms a valid local complaint into an inescapable digital reality that surrounds a user's entire feed. There is a specific structural omission within this cycle: the total absence of actionable policy solutions. You will find thousands of viral emotional videos about the pain of unemployment, yet almost no serious discussion regarding the economic reforms required to solve it. The same is true for education. The outrage is loud, but the policy roadmaps or legislative fixes are non-existent. The underlying algorithm rewards this behavior. It filters out calm, complex policy analysis, while it multiplies the anger of the initial post. By stripping away nuanced solutions, every social issue is funneled toward one reductive outcome: removing the government, rather than fixing the underlying problem. Questioning authority and demanding better systems is a requirement for any healthy democracy.
Not every movement is inherently wrong, and not every protest is the product of an external plot. Real-world hardships create genuine public anger that is both valid and organic. But there is a clear distinction between these two paths. Democratic participation seeks to repair the nation's flaws, while the digital outrage ecosystem merely seeks to dismantle the nation itself. When organic public anger reaches a boiling point, it becomes a tool that is easily hijacked. Ideological groups and political opportunists step in to steer that anger toward their own ends, using the digital amplification we've described. A unified nation is like this fortress. It can withstand a violent storm from the outside because its internal structure remains solid. History shows that states are rarely defeated by outside force alone. They collapse when their internal cohesion is hollowed out by weaponized manipulation and constant digital outrage. Look at your own media diet and ask, are the creators you follow helping you build a better system, or are they simply engineering a collapse?